Hello everyone, my name is the Lego Kid 2003, and today we're playing some Genshin Impact. The 5.1 update is finally live. Like, finally. So, yeah. The 5.1 update's finally live, which does mean that we do have a new Archon quest to get through. I believe that the one we're going to be doing is Chapter 5, Act 3 today? Act 3, right? Yeah, Act 3. We are going to be doing Act 4 tomorrow. So, to kind of like spread things out a little bit. But yeah, the main focus of this episode is going to be the, yeah, Act 3. In all honesty, I need to, like, repeat it so I know that, so I know for sure which one I'm doing, because my ADD kind of goes crazy. And is sometimes part of the reason why I post stream schedules late. Yay! But yeah. That's what we're doing today. We're playing the video game. I have Genshin up right now. It's just kind of having a bit of trouble loading. Of course. Timed out, so that means I need to... Of course I'm going to keep it on this screen until the login is successful. It looks like the internet is stable. Account or password error, what? Okay, there we go. There we go, there we are. Okay, I got a little suspicious, but it turns out I just put in my password wrong. Alright, we're good. But yeah, we do have drops on this stream. The longer you guys watch this stream, the more rewards you can get. Finally capping off at 2 hours with some Prima Gems. So it's a bit of a win-win situation. I get to the algorithm is satisfied through my efforts, and you guys get in-game rewards. So yay. Okay. When we get in, I am gonna have to like super quickly go into the pause menu to make sure that the audio is on. Yeah, so none of us go insane from the silence. Because that would not be a fun times. For anybody. But yeah, while we're waiting for the game to load up, I'm going to quickly explain these two meters. The blue meter right next to my head is my follow goal. If I successfully hit 350 followers, then I will start playing Persona 5 Royal for the Nintendo Switch. I do have the game. So that means the second that that the blue meter gets filled up, the next stream schedule that I make will end up including Persona. And it's honestly something I'm really looking forward to because I've been a fan of the Persona series for quite a while. Mainly just, like, watching people play and watching the animation. So I've always wanted to play the games for myself. So that's what's going to happen if that does the thing. The green meter right next to that is my sub goal. If I successfully hit 100 subscribers on Twitch, then I will do a stream in a maid outfit. The timing for that's going to be a little bit different because I do have to actually order it, and that does take a few days. Depending on like where I'm ordering it from. But there's a bit of a bonus deal that I have with these. If these two goals are satisfied at the same time, they will resolve at the same time. Which means that if we fill both the blue and green meters over the course of the same stream, not only will I play Persona 5, or Persona 5 Royal, rather, the first episode will be me in a maid outfit. So those are the deals that I have for you all. So if you guys enjoy the streams, you like what I do, you like what I bring to the table, then the buttons. Okay, there we go. Let's immediately go to the pause menu, settings. Boop. Okay, not much has really changed since, since the last episode, just like minor build changes that aren't really worth, bringing to attention. So yeah, let's just jump right in, because goodness knows if I keep prattling on for any longer, this stream's never gonna end. Oh yeah, also, we did just go through a hurricane, over here. So, I don't really know how the internet's going to be, affected here. We didn't really lose power for very long, but still, like, just in case, just to kind of, like, get the housekeeping and the PSA out now. There is a chance that streams will become a little less stable for a little bit. Like, sometimes they'll cut out. So just bear with me.
I see.
Everything will be fine.
Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
Oh, yeah, I have to turn this on.
No worries at all.
Oh, he's kinda
We've
cute.
always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
I kind of like already that Catherine has like a little more involvement here.
Got any new commissions?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan.
Nice.
Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land.
That sounds like
Once
a
we
really
receive
good
word
idea.
of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
That'll lead to a faster response time.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information, rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once.
Yeah, that definitely seems a little more efficient.
So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
So that's
We'll be
the
fine.
plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break.
But the threat of the Abyss is still far from over.
Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
Really?
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster.
like what I experienced earlier
Once the
this week.
disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
I also hope the day of peace will come soon. Oh yeah, that's
Tina, is it
right.
feeling better now?
Hold on. Last bit of housekeeping. I promise. There is a chance that some of the characters will be muted because of the SAG-AFTRA voice actor strike that's taking place. So pretty much the whole deal with it is that the voice actor, that the organization known as SAG-AFTRA has struck certain companies because the, some other offices are hoping to use AI uninhibited, like without restriction, and replace the voice actors with AI, and that would pretty much mean that the voice actors and actresses would be out of a job. So what the strike is aiming to do is to ensure that AI will not replace the voice actors, and that they'll continue to be paid fairly, and that they'll be able to keep their jobs. Because if AI is used, then, as I said, the voice actors will be out of the job because the companies will no longer need them. They won't get paid for their voices anymore. So I'm not entirely sure how many characters it's going to impact, pun not intended, during the course of this quest, but keep in mind that a couple of the voices, or a couple of the characters will be muted throughout the, throughout this episode and maybe even the next one. I'm not sure. But yeah, I just wanted to, I just wanted to get that out of the way, say that now, in the event that, like, someone in YouTube is like, oh, why are Kachina and these other characters muted? I explain it in stream. Anyways. Now isn't the time to stay at home and recover. I wanted to do something to help. And the stream froze. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's been happening quite a bit lately. The stream will just all of a sudden just for a few seconds, which leads to interesting freeze frames. It's a little embarrassing. Don't push yourself too hard. I'll do my best to make sure to stay out of your way. The last thing I want is to add to your work. Grief, Kachina's awesome. Salonen told me she was ordered to forge an ancient name. Yes, that's true!
Wow, so we'll finally get to meet
that was a
Shilane,
thing.
the legendary forger of ancient names. Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
Yeah. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new and fun things. Yeah, because I think in Kachina's voice lines, it's revealed that Silonen actually crafted Turbo Twirly, her mount, her little drill Beyblade thing, which is awesome. Then we should probably thank her when we meet. I've already signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do for now is wait for my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we can go and see her together. Yeah, sure. I mean, whatever we can do to help. She won't turn me away, right? I hope she wouldn't.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Everyone's so proud of you. Oh yeah, I forgot, Kachina doesn't take compliments well. I completely forgot about that little moment. She's basically me. I don't take compliments well. Like, not the fact that I don't accept compliments, but just the fact that I just don't know how to properly react to them, because I'm not used to getting compliments. Of course, I'm a lot better with it now because of the friends that I've made in high school, but it's still a slight adjustment. Yeah, middle school was not fun. Oh wait, I just realized something that did change. All three of the tribes are now at the maximum reputation level, so that means I have 3 of those flint ore deals.
The wind knows me.
Oh, and I forgot to say at the beginning of the episode, I'm using my normal Xiao team of Xiao, Traveler, Kazuha, and Bennett. And there she is! Super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff. I can vouch that he's really worthy to hear his name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you?
Oh, those eyes are pretty.
Outlanders?
Yep, we're
Maybe.
travelers who just arrived in Natland not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Is that gonna complicate things?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we'd need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you upset?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests
Also, y'all,
are
'cause I
always
know how
difficult
you
to
guys
fulfill,
are,
and,
eyes are up here.
We used to argue a lot. Honestly,
Right here.
it's probably for
Nowhere
the better
below
that she
that.
didn't bring
Eyes
this
are
up
up
at the
here.
time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
Ah, boy.
It's impossible?
As
That's
you probably
concerning.
know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
I got plenty of deeds under my belt. Yeah, I saw countless feats recorded in their adventure handbook. It felt like they could do anything. Well, Kajina believes in us.
But they
That's
were all
something.
performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Grand majority of them. Like
Then those deeds
99.99%
haven't
of
been
them.
recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands.
Dang it.
Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mavuika, of all people, should know better than anyone, yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
But I feel like this has happened before. I think last time Cialona just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off.
We're getting
How to
backstory.
achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon.
Yeah.
If she gave me this order,
fair.
then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen.
I mean, yeah, especially if
In
we're going
other
to be
words,
booping
the
into the
order
Night
is
Kingdom.
an
We're going
affirmation
to
of my
need an ancient
abilities.
name.
Whoa.
In the event
She accepted the
something
task, but now
happens.
she's looking for silver linings?
Because the really cool part about Natlin is the fact that people with an ancient name can't permanently die because of a fun little thing called the Ode of Resurrection, which we learned about in the either Act 1 or 2 of the Archon quest. So, in the last update, in 5.0, people who don't have an ancient name don't really get that luxury. So, as long as the Ode of Resurrection is sung, anyone with an ancient name can come back as many times as necessary should they fall in battle while in the Night Kingdom. We don't have one of those. So that means if we go into the Night Kingdom now to help Mavuika, and something happens, it's game over. Permanently. So, we're trying to get Silonen in to make an ancient name for us so that the Ode of Resurrection will actually work on us. So that's kind of the reasoning behind why we're doing this. Just needed to explain that real fast. See if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right?
The key
Yeah.
is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her.
Yep.
If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Not the best of ideas.
Every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to?
And then there's that.
Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
What do we need to gain the acknowledgement of all six?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Lali at the Masters of the Nightwind, the one we call Granny Eatstali.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her spirit speaker stone to find Kachina's ancient name.
Oh yeah, and then we broke it.
A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm sure she'd be
Yeah,
able to help.
that happened.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed.
Mood.
I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
She probably won't be very happy with us.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah. At the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into two.
Great going,
Yeah, see, Lola's gonna kill us dead.
Start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Lali would still want to show respect to the Archon.
Yeah, that's the
I'll
hope.
also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Yeah, Kenichi's a good idea. But talking to him means we're gonna have to deal with the how.
So Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
All right, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Alright, then I'm gonna contact him
Please
right now.
just give me a
Cool.
moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Alright, sounds like a good deal.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Alright. Statue. But yeah, if we're gonna be talking to Kanich, that means we're gonna have to deal with a how. If he's one of the muted ones, it might not be as bad, but like the way a house speaks, kinda deliver the message to the Masters of the Night Wind. Yay. Also take this chance to explain what happened to the Spirit Speaker Stone and offer an apology in
I'm
person.
sorry to put this on you, Kanich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright, we're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan after all. Everyone here understands how dire this situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Yes. I mean, at the very least, I do. I forgot about Kachina. Ah! Okay, yeah, Kachina knows as well. Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom. So, yeah, we're basically filled
She
in.
mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace.
So
in
there's
facing such a
Shilonen,
bleak reality.
who was acknowledged off screen. Kanich was acknowledged during his story quest. And Walani was acknowledged during the Archon quest. So there's still one acknowledged hero that we haven't quite met yet.
Seat Lolly knows him too?
So that means there are 2 that have not been acknowledged as of right now. Auroran. Oh, we're gonna learn about Auroran today!
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Auroran, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
Pardon. But yeah, Auroran was the guy that was hanging out with Capitano during the Ignition trailer, right?
Wonders how Seat Lolly could be the first one to notice Auroran's
was.
disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
I wonder why he was with Capitano. I think we might end up learning more about that either today or tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. All I know is that the Archon quests are
So
normally
if I'm following,
about the
you
length of
mean
one of my
we'll help
streams,
her
like about 2
investigate
hours.
Auroran and the captain's whereabouts.
If we have to go a little longer, then we'll go a little longer. I'm hoping that we can get this done in 2 hours, but we'll play it by ear for the time being.
Yeah. Plus, we kind of owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Yeah.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan, as expected of Molly Poke Kanich. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Seat Lolly can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Alright. Looks like we have our plan set. I'm heading back as well. There's still a few
Okay,
things we need to
then let's
pack.
part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Sounds good. Of course, we're going to be using time travel shenanigans to... wait the morning, day after tomorrow. So, yeah. What time? Yeah, I'll kind of just... I'll max out the time. And, yeah, 2:38 is like 2:30 in the morning. Okay, so not quite yet. I don't really know what qualifies as more. Oh, is that enough?
Oh,
Yes, it
let me
is.
meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Alright. Let's talk to Shilonen. I'm gonna kind of go back and forth with the pronunciations because, I can't really use Chinese pronunciation rules with these names because Natlan's based on the Ring of Fire, which means different cultures, different countries, and the possibility of different pronunciation rules. So if anyone in either on Twitch or in YouTube knows
hi,
how to
traveling
properly
Paimon.
pronounce these names, please tell me so that I can
bad
pronounce them
news.
correctly in
Sweet
future.
Lolly did not reply to our request, although I suppose I'm not
Because
too surprised.
there's always the chance that
You mean she didn't even
the
bother to get
in-game
me to respond?
pronunciations aren't
Guess she really
quite
does have quite the ego then.
one-to-one
Yeah, well, she can
with
be
how
also
someone
quite
would pronounce the
eccentric,
names
though she's one of the most
outside of the
gifted
realms of the
people
game.
around. Even the Masters of the Night went off and struggled to work
I'll
with her.
explain a little bit.
My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But
Maybe.
let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Let's go.
Sure. But yeah, like for example, with the whole pronunciation thing, the character I main, like his name, in the realms of the game is Adeptus Xiao, with an SH. But the proper pronunciation, as far as I'm aware, is Xiao, with an S, no H. And the characters will repeatedly call him Adeptus Xiao. Like, even the character himself. Watch this.
If you awake to a knife at your throat, if monsters dig their claws into you, if death comes knocking at your door, call out my name. Adeptus Xiao. I will be here when you call.
Like, even the actual character himself pronounces it as Xiao. Which isn't quite right. But it's fine. That's neither here nor there right now. But yeah, again, if you're in the Twitch chat or you're gonna leave a comment on YouTube, please educate me on the pronunciation of these names.
She's just not gonna show up, huh?
Because I'm not sure if it's Shilonen with an SH or Silonen with an S or
Well,
something
we
else
tried to be as
entirely.
considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
Boo. That's
That might
gonna
be true,
set
but
some
this
things
is still
back.
a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't the subject always answer the call of their Archon?
Yeah, but this Archon's a bit of a
subject?
special case.
Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon.
Yeah, like first of all that.
Yes, Mavuika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her.
And also the fact that
The only
Mavuika
thing
is
that
human,
she
so there's
often
a bit more of a
has
personal
very
connection.
high expectations of us.
I can tell.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with.
I mean, yeah, like
Oh,
Girl
like
Boss
that old
literally
man Granny
frequently,
easily, right?
like, frequents the hot
She can ignore
springs
it
with
just because
Walani.
she's famous.
I'm
What
assuming
about
that's her.
her?
Yep, that's
It's
her.
Some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter. Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know. If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right?
Hello, Seed
Come on,
Lolly.
relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? See, Lolly.
Wait, you're Seat Lolly? You're Granny Eatstly?
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny.
I'm guessing Eatsley
You
is
must
her
know this
ancient
trope
name?
from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid.
Yeah.
Oh, wipe that look off your face. You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Did I forget to mention? She's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
And you were complaining about the Pyro Archon leaving things out.
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry. So, how old are you actually?
You
dare
should never
you.
ask that.
Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you. It's just that your case seems really unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize.
But yeah, I can understand the confusion because, as I just stated, we have Nahida, who's like 500 years old, yet looks like she's... Yet her body gives her the look of someone who's like 4.
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly. So if you're
Which is
upset,
just why
you
some
can
people in
just
the
take it out
Genshin
on me.
community just weird me out.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone.
Because...
There's really no need to take all this so
Oh,
seriously.
jeez, my hair's...
If anything, I'm
neat.
gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I
Right,
figured
that's a
there was
little
no
bit
need to
better.
draft a reply that simply said, understood. Besides,
But
just showing
yeah,
up
like
is the
some
most
people in the
important part.
Genshin community are a
No?
little bit weird with
But,
age,
of
and they'll be like,
course,
oh, they're 500 years old, and I have
It's
to like,
also
I have
natural
to
for
ding
people
them
to
for
get
it
held up
because,
by one thing or another as
like
they're
again
trying
with
to leave the
Nahida,
house.
she's 500 years old,
It
yet
certainly
her
was a bit
she has the
awkward
body
to
of
see that
someone
everyone
who
else had arrived before
hasn't
me.
even hit double digits.
At first, I was thinking
So
of
it's weird.
quietly sneaking over, but
And also
since you
illegal,
were already
but-
here waiting for me, I started to think about
What do
how
I
I should
know?
phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me.
The expressions.
That's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
Oh, I love the fact that they're getting more like creative with the expressions in Natlin. It's great.
What's with that expression?
No
Was she feeling
idea.
embarrassed just now?
Is she waiting for us to carry on the conversation? Everything she's saying sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh, or even more rude not to laugh? I don't know. Okay.
When the Masters
I'm
of the Night
clicking.
Winds say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
I see. So Mavuika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. Well, that would be a first. And you've also heard all about
Wait, that's not what
Aurora.
you said.
I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
We'll know once we find them.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
Aye.
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler,
Yeah.
come here. Let me take a good look at you.
Sure. What are you doing?
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold.
Oh, thanks.
Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet, again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. O weary yet
the
free
S's.
soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe
They're
passage.
so harsh. There's microphone filters to fix that. Why? Why are the S's so harsh? My hair's all... whatever. I'll just leave it. Excuse me, what was all that supposed to mean?
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart
That's
of a
too far
sincere
of a version.
hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
Ah, shoo! That should do it.
Okay, so
You've just returned
cryo.
from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Oh, thanks.
Isn't that kind of like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
In that case, better to get rid of them.
Stop it. Get the filters. And again, I'm one to talk. Then again, I'm one to talk because the microphone that I'm using is literally in my webcam, so I kind of can't use filters. But hopefully, I will be getting a new microphone at some point in the near future. I don't know when, but at some point, so I can actually look somewhat professional. And also, so I can just increase the quality of the audio, because I have noticed that when I'm playing
It was nothing.
video games with people, like my voice doesn't quite come out right through
Shilonen,
Discord.
let's follow your
So-
proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that
Pretty much,
sort
yeah.
of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I
Yeah,
can
sure.
go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Auroron.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
We're getting close to the.
All right,
halfway
now
mark.
it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroron's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time.
Like, you guys can hear
And
it too, right?
interestingly enough,
Like what-
I
like
saw
what I'm
some
talking
slash
about?
marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
So he was kidnapped?
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention.
Possibly.
In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back. Alright,
Indeed.
then let's start by heading to where Auroron was seen last.
Okay, blue. There we go. Hey! Alright, there. We're good. M for map. Okay, where is... Okay, so you're over here. Let's go to this waypoint. It's closest. Wait, did I mention in the last episode that I reached 100% exploration in the current areas? I don't remember if I did. Ah, well, in the event I didn't, I'm saying it now. And I currently have about... Actually, no, it's not about. I have exactly 20 pulls saved for Mavuika. So, I'll try my best to continue saving.
This is the spot.
And in the
An
event
eyewitness
that,
claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here.
yeah, in the event
I
that the
don't know
weapon
how
banner
much you're
has
willing to believe me,
increased rate for the
But
Jadewing Spear, I'll go for
Auroron
that as
really
well.
is a good kid. I see no reason
And
why he'd
see how
suddenly get
constellations
involved with the
if
Fatui.
I have enough.
I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him. Or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kaniche say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Could you tell us a little more about him?
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
If that's all there is to him, then he really doesn't sound like a bad person.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Sounds good.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Elemental sight time?
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here, give me your hand. How about now?
What do you see?
Oh, now I see it. I can see the trail.
Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you.
No,
For a
it's
short
temporary.
while, you'll be
though.
able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's. When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway,
thanks.
we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron. Good luck, you two.
Over here, this way! See,
But yeah,
Lily might
let's-
say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this
Let's
spell
track down
is
Auroran so we
really
can start
something.
asking him questions like, why is he with the Fatui?
What
How did
was
he join the
that?
Fatui? Is he single?
Oh,
I'm
literally
kidding.
something.
On the third one.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me?
Oh yeah, I forgot about Farazan.
Is my way of speaking still not trendy enough?
He looks like a teenager, yet
I've
is
already
like
tried
over
my best to
100
match
years
their
old.
speech patterns, but given the looks on their faces just now, or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough. But that can't be, right?
Oh, your outfit
Don't
honestly
tell
looks
me they're
great.
still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Slightly makes me curious if I could pull it off. Of course, like, realistically speaking, I don't think I would, but... For the funnies, for the bit.
Was that St. Lally's voice?
Okay. It must be a side effect of the spell she used to share her senses. You can see into her mind.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
Oh, she sees us as her friends. Something like this could only happen with Sea Lally. Yeah, given how she is. And also, I will give her credit, she is really pretty. Speaking of, a lot of people have been hating on the design for Chaska, and as we'll see in a little bit,
They appear to be feeling
Auroran.
quite confident. Looks like our work
And
will
people
go
are like,
smoothly.
oh, Chaska doesn't look good, Auroran looks too modern, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, I get and respect that you have your opinions. And I will honor that. But hating on a character's
Hey, looks
design
like there's
just
a new
because
kid
of their
over there.
just because
Let's
of their
go take a
clothing
look.
seems really shallow.
That little brat, I swear.
Because like, if that's how you
just
are
hope he
with
hasn't gotten himself
fictional
into
characters,
any
how
real
are you
trouble.
with real people? But yeah, let's check out this this campsite before I go on a tangent.
Yeah, judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Oh,
Wait.
give it away.
The phlogiston here is a bit odd.
How do you mean?
Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroran was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him. Fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us,
The sad
we
part
can
is that we
just
never
charge in
got
and
to
fight
see
them
the
to
mark.
death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in a
Grandson?
crossfire. No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying.
I guess this
No.
plays into her title
No,
as
I've got to
Granny.
stay calm and keep my composure.
I'm honestly somewhat tempted to grab a snack from the pantry that's right here, but considering how much I have to talk today, I don't think that's gonna be a good idea. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Continue forward and investigate. Alright. Let's see what else we can find. But yeah, my computer's still kind of getting used to the update, like just a tiny bit, so there's gonna be a lag. in certain areas.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
Indeed.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Seems like Auroran found a chance to fight back.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroran wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
See, Lolly looks pretty worried. Indeed, judging by the distress signal from before, Auroran was being held by the Fatui, so given the difference in numbers, he probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well.
I guess.
I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later.
Sounds good.
Auroran, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
And out she goes.
Yep.
Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Yep.
Once Lolly left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
Alright, so it looks like it only goes one
thinking the
way.
same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
I don't think Seat Lolly noticed
She
anything.
did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect.
Maybe.
If you think about it, she's really got a
Not
lively
100%
inner
on that,
world.
though.
It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Whatever. Boop. Yeah, I think a good chunk of the lag is the phlogiston trail that's here. So yeah, sooner we're out of this section, the smoother the game will get, or the stream rather.
I can see some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
Sounds good. Oh, ley line. Ley line, whatever. The more ley lines. There are traces of phlogiston here, but
Did you find something?
I found some traces of phlogiston, but the trail completely ends here.
Huh. So we can't tell where Auroran might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Yeah, Paimon's right. This is all extremely strange. Also,
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
who was that? Whose voice was that just now? I think what? Okay then. Sorry. Okay, so something happened. That's probably not good. Oh, we're in the Night Kingdom. Why are we in the Night Kingdom? The Night Kingdom? How did I get here?
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
Funny way of showing it.
I apologize that our first
Oh.
meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters
So
of the
this
Night.
is Auroran.
Hello, traveler. I'm Auroran, the one you've been searching for.
Ooh, yeah, heterochromia. More characters with heterochromia. We get more characters with heterochromia Iridum. Yay. Because in all honesty, I've always found like the two-colored eyes really pretty. But what does this mean? Have you escaped the Fatui's custody?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie. Like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
It's the captain?
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Please
Be
don't hurt us.
careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Auroran with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
So, you were gonna give.
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person.
Will you off me if I say
I
no?
will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Mavuika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please help me keep this a secret.
Okay, so we
This is all
just
to
met the
avoid
captain.
dragging Granny into this conflict.
For those who are just turning in, that is the Fatui Harbinger with the first position. The strongest of the Harbingers. Which means we anger him, he will crumple us like a soda can. He will break our bones and leave nothing behind. So, yeah, I'm a little scared
Hey,
now.
what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
Because, we were barely able to keep up with number 4. We were barely able to keep up in a fight with the number 4 Harbinger, the Knave. Anything above that, we have no business fighting. We will not survive. A violent encounter with positions 3, 2, and 1. We met number 2 in Sumeru, the doctor, but we didn't actually fight him directly. The captain can vaporize us if you really, really wanted to. But for now, we're fine. But yeah, apparently our soul was forcibly removed from our body. That doesn't sound like a pleasant experience.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
Absolutely not.
Holy! He froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground!
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
I'm fine, just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If they were being truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations for what they did. But should I trust them? I could just share everything with Paimon and Lolly right now, but that'd mean giving up on the lead. I still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or the Masters of the Nightwind. I suppose I'll stay quiet for now and see if I can find out anything else. That seems like a good idea.
If you're feeling
But we
sick,
should probably
you
tell
just say
Paimon
so.
at the least.
See, Lolly should be able to, exercise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
Sorry. Thanks everyone, I'm feeling fine now.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
The S's are forever gonna bother me.
Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
All right, let's get ready.
Alright, let's do it.
I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroron is probably being held inside.
Oh, we got to fight people.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Sure. Okay, there we go. What? Okay. It's being somewhat responsive, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna put away the fire sprite. Cause that's gonna end up becoming distracting.
The damned
No
will
pets
sooner
today.
die again than lay a hand on me.
Okay, little bit better. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oops. Yeah, it's about 100 meters, so I'm not even gonna bother. Yeah, it's much smoother now. Also, I had sushi last night, so I'm
Look
happy.
over there.
That was good stuff.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Auroran.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
So that's Auroran. He does look the same as when I spoke to him in the Night Kingdom earlier.
All right, we'll take the lead.
I don't think we'll be playing as a Seat Lolly because we don't because she hasn't even been drip marketed yet. So it'd be kind of weird for us to play as her
Don't you
this
have
soon.
work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh?
Eh.
Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
And then turns out he's quite literally standing in front of the sun.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
And that concerns me.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts.
Yeah.
On my count. 3, 2, 1! Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
Way normal rotation.
Put your back into
Traveler. Ow. Skill. Up, down, all around.
Everybody stand back!
Boom. And time to delete everything. I'm moving into the bounds of death.
Worthless.
Whoop.
Worthless. Go.
Killjoy! Strange knows as one with wind and cloud.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Evil conquering. Here.
I miscalculated.
And there you go. See, the Traveler, the Hydro Traveler does have his uses. As an elemental reaction driver.
I know she's called Granny Eatsilly, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
Agreed.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
Gramps? Excuse you.
What did you just call him?
I'm not that old.
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just, Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
The way he talks has definitely changed, but it doesn't feel like he's putting on an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to help keep things a secret, and even said it'd be for Lolly's sake. So you treat everyone like they're your... Yeah, Gramps and Grannies.
Exactly.
I'm kind of curious what would have happened if we said aunts and uncles. Yeah, that would kind of cause
Do
issues.
you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think
Sorry, I
there'll
just
be a
needed to
next
check
time
on my,
after this? Not a chance.
my Oculus to see if it was charging correctly. And it
They
is.
didn't hurt you, did they?
No,
We're
he
good.
just
We're
asked
fine.
me a
We're
lot of
dandy.
questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay. Now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Alright, case closed. Use the traitor.
Because
Counter
they said they
tournament.
would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey, I'm no ordinary Granny. Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value and not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
No idea.
Oh, right.
Oh, right, what? Go to the speaker's chamber. Alright, so cool. We get to... Are we going to see Mavuika today? Are we going to talk with Pretty Lady? Oh, we do. I like Mavuika.
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Lali's safety.
That's right.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Lali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Like help us with the ancient name thing.
Thank you very much.
Since that part of the deal's already been...
Please
Yeah, since
report
our part
back
of the
to
deal's already been
Speaker's
resolved,
chamber as soon as
Nessie
you
Lolly
receive
can help us with
notice
the
of the
ancient name
Archon's
stuff.
decision.
I understand. Thank you.
I wonder what our
And
ancient
thank you
name's
too,
gonna be.
Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon,
very curious.
thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I
There's
haven't
already
forgotten about my side
some
of the deal.
theories about
Once
what it's
Auroron
going to
is
be.
settled, I'll go talk to
Because of
Shilonen
the,
and get started on
one of those
forging an
Shilonen
ancient name
trailers.
for you.
Oh, thank you.
She was crafting an ancient name and said that the name was complete, so people are theorizing, haha, that's the name. I don't remember what the ancient
scratch
name
my back,
she
I
was
scratch
talking about
yours.
was.
It's as good as done.
Going to have to
You can
look
just
that
go
up.
twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye for now.
Bye bye.
Come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye,
I
Gramps.
don't want to open YouTube right now. This new grandson of mine is way too polite. That look on his face, he's probably trying to remind me about my promise. doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen everything for myself, I'd have never guessed that he could have done so much work behind Lolly's back. What does he really want? I wish I knew. But I don't.
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub.
Paimon, there's something I need to tell you.
What is it, Traveler?
Alright, we're gonna get her up to speed. Cool.
Captain?
Keep your voice down.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you?
Unusually.
That Aurora, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never
Most of the
guessed
Fatui
anything
that we
was
have
happening.
seen have wanted
All that stuff
to
about protecting Saint
throw
Lolly and
hands
being
on
forced to help
sight.
the Fatui when he's actually been a willing accomplice
Senora
all
wanted to
along.
destroy us. Wanderer wanted to destroy us. Childs is in a weird gray area because he constantly wants to fight people, but he was really friendly with us at first. Dottore antagonized us, but never actually fought us directly. He kind of, like, indirectly fought us through the Scaramouche weekly boss fight. Arlecchino was kind of friendly-ish with us, but then eventually fought us. But Arlecchino's kind of the exception to that, because we willingly fought her, and everyone else just kind of forced us into it. In some fashion or another.
Yeah, you're
So,
right.
yeah, the fact that Capitano
Still, Paimon
didn't
appreciates
throw
you
hands with
telling
us
her about
on
this.
sight
Paimon
is a
will
little
support your choice
surprising.
no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Wait till the time of 20, then, yeah, 2000 hours next day. Let's see if I get it perfectly. There we go. Bad. Yeah, just going on to 200 hours today wouldn't advance the quest. We have to wait a day and a little more. Go to the great location. Is there a waypoint here? Yes, there is. Awesome possum. Okay, there's no one here.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
That would stink.
What was that?
Just a roaring.
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
Good evening.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
Do an electro
I'm
vision.
terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
And what's with you
Pretty
apologizing
eyes.
all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
Yeah,
You're
that
right.
is kind of
Granny tells me that too.
interesting.
Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, So you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
So, what's the purpose of this meeting?
It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
How did he appear out of thin air? How did he do that? Because I looked behind there was no one. There was no character model seen back there. So he just went to, so he basically just poofed into existence. Okay. No matter if he poofed or not, I don't really care how the Fatui thinks of me.
There's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Why?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Mavuika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan.
More or
In order
less.
to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Yep.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
Yeah.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back?
Well, there's only one way to answer the second question. We already know the answer
If
to the
any
first.
part of
We've
the
already
plan
seen
goes
3.
awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes.
With a mysterious
You may have been led to
4th one
believe that this is the only plan available
having
to
awakened
her.
before we arrived.
But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along? The details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you.
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan.
Wouldn't that be wise? Like, cause as few casualties as possible?
Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
That's just your speculation.
Do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa clan?
Yeah. Wait, by seizing the Gnosis and making the decision for her, could he mean that the Gnosis has something to do with this backup plan?
I knew you to be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa.
Really?
Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts
Isn't that
about
like
Gnosis.
the recurring theme?
Even so, my
for
desire to save
the
Natlan
nations?
remains unchanged.
We solve the
And
nation's
now,
crisis, we
I
fight
have
a
found
member of the
new way
Fatui.
to solve the crisis. We can
The
implement
Gnosis
it
comes into play,
immediately if we
Fatui
reach
go
an
yoink,
agreement.
and the Tsaritsa gets another puzzle piece. Like that's that's kind of
Someone's
always been
here.
the general plot. Up and the captain's gone.
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
How much I want better to see Lolly?
Something!
Know it.
Bad news, chump. It's your granny!
Nothing escapes my eyes and my ears and my
When
senses.
did you get here?
I'm so tempted.
I knew something was amiss
Whatever.
after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial
Fine.
tools, an unconscious
Sleeves are weird.
traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind
Me
our
and the
backs
rest of
like
the world.
this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back.
I mean, yeah, that's how a
Go on,
conversation
then.
works.
Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
No, you don't.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you
I'm
a
not
lesson
sure.
right here and now, I'll...
Wait, Lolly! Please calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore.
For some reason.
So maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
This is no place to discipline a child.
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me?
Well, I can't really hear
You're
March
right,
7th.
Traveler. Let's go.
Probably because
We
Seat
can
Lolly
discuss
is just
this
kind of
more
been
back in the
angry
city.
all the time.
You two keep an
and
eye
March
on
7th's just
Auroron
like,
for me, okay?
just happy-go-lucky all the time. Like, I can kind of hear it with, like, the pitching and the cadence, but in terms of, like, everything else, I just can't hear March 7th. And I guess that's a good thing, to, like, separate, like, to be able to separate each of a voice actor's works. Because while I can kind of hear March 7th, that's only because I knew ahead of time that Seat Lolly and March share a VA. There's a good chance that if you played their voices back to back, it's not 100% a guarantee that someone would be able to know, oh, they're the same person. Because quite a few people sound pretty similar to each other. But that's only because those people share a pitch or a cadence, or in even rare situations, both. Of course, again, I'm not trying to like discredit people, but like that's just kind of how voices work. Like some people just sound similar.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Auroron. Use it!
Like, for
Why
example, when I
did you
hear Seat
help the
Lolly, if I close my
captain?
eyes and listen to one of
And
her
I
voice
want the
lines,
truth this time.
she sounds like Christina V. Who, if you don't know,
No
is
answer?
Bennett and Singcho
Think
in
you're being
Genshin,
smart?
and is
Then let me
the
ask
main
a different
character,
question.
Marinette,
What
and
does the
Miraculous
captain want?
Ladybug.
What is his purpose in Natlan?
Like, the anger and the passion in Seat Lolly's
Really?
voice is just kind of
You're
giving
just going
Christina
to
V to
stonewall
me.
me?
But, of course, I know that's not the case. I'm just saying that the voices sound just a little bit similar. I'm not crazy. This time, at the very least. Looks like Aurora has no intention of answering her.
Just use your brain
You
for
know
a
what,
second.
I'm gonna stop ranting
What
about
do
that
you
and
possibly stand to gain by helping
so I
the
don't accidentally
captain?
say something that gets me in extreme trouble.
Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
I would recommend. I would prefer that too.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
I don't know.
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
That's fine.
You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's scolding.
I'll say I am starting to get a little hungry.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You.
Should we go into intermission so I can make some lunch? I don't know.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me?
Ow.
You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables! I don't need anything from you!
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Auroron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
Me too.
That's not it, Granny.
Also a little hungry. I kind of want to grab a snack, but considering I'm probably going to be live for... considering I'm guaranteed to be live for like the next half hour to another hour or so,
I'm sorry.
I don't want...
His voice. Auroron, where have you gone?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Oh, goodbye.
Get back here this instant! Auroron! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion.
Does that have scientific basis, though?
You must have put a lot of time into
Like, is that
perfecting
actually
it.
scientifically possible? Because if so, I feel like that could
in the
be
fields
really,
these
really
days.
useful.
Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
My shoulder itches.
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
He still doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Ah, that brat. I swear.
The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan, otherwise Auroran would have no reason to keep following him. Yeah, that does make sense. But the real thing is, what is that plan? Because he never really told us what his contingency is. Meaning, again, is that of the cards for now, so it might be faster to just approach the Pyro Archon and confirm what the captain said. And also, I can tell that Auroran's stubbornness has hurt Sealali deeply. I need to find a way to comfort her. What was that all about Auroran's duty earlier?
We've got
what's the
quite a
deal with
long walk
that?
back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
Yeah, sure. Alright, back to the stadium I go. There's a waypoint. But yeah, we have like a good 40 or so minutes. Maybe even longer. Until we
Do
start
you
getting
two
into
have
overtime.
some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
All right, it's been a while since we last ate.
Yeah, we have like a little over 40
Last night
minutes
really
before we
felt
start getting into overtime.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit
Compared
down
to
and talk.
what I normally stream.
Food and drinks are on me.
Mama's got a secret food fund so she can do the honors.
See, Lolly looks quite down on herself.
And also I should probably stop doing the whole like overtime thing because I have
Time on this time.
found myself streaming a little
What's one
longer than
meal
2
to
hours
the
more often
best
anyway.
dive into that?
So
So you can just sit back and enjoy.
however long we
Sweet
stream, is
Lolly.
however long we stream.
Paimon will take care of it.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some more.
Yeah.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together.
You know what? I am gonna grab a
Let me
snack
get
to
this
kind of
one.
like tide me over for a bit.
I might
Hold
be
on.
an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure, that's fine with us. But Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Sweet Lolly.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
I got chocolate. I quite literally just grabbed some chocolate from the fridge. It is an emotional dependency of mine. Because chocolate is good stuff. Okay. There has to be a... okay. Faster way found. Okay, let's go to the inn, rest up, and see what else needs to be done for us to do the thing. I'm just looking something up real fast, hold on. Okay. Now the three of you walk into a tavern and find a quiet spot to sit. You and Paimon order some food and fruit juice while Sweet Lolly begins downing bottle after bottle of wine. Oh gosh. Good to see drunk Sweet Lolly.
What are you looking at?
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
But Paimon only sees one person there.
Huh? How could that be?
Just realized I was muted when I said that.
I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss!
Do you think she's drunk?
I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Seedlolly. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny. I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
Well,
I think I'm good for the time being. In terms of hunger, but definitely once stream ends, I'll start working on some food. You start to wonder whether she's actually drunk or working through some complex problem in her head. I love the expressions in these games. It's great.
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny Eatsley, don't
Not
ya?
really.
Are you still with us, Sweet Lolly? You're kinda talking to no one.
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans.
Okay, so yeah, people are definitely scared of her.
Come on. Monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
Granny Sweet Lolly, you're not a monster at all.
You're just really
Exactly.
scary.
And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you.
Welcome back.
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him.
Ooh, what are you planning on making?
Nachos.
Yay.
That's more like it. About dang
Also, I
time
really like
someone
when you make
showed me a
nachos. They're
little
really good.
respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh, jeez.
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke, the lingering smoke.
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Sitlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes. Huh?
Are you awake?
Traveler? Paimon?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl. Hang on, just keep it in.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Phew. Okay, it's passed. That was a close one.
You had Paimon
Yeah, that would have been a very gross sight
really
to
got
see.
you to barf all over the table just now.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up, not once.
We didn't ask about it before.
Are you feeling okay? Wanna take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon, it's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all! Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame?
Nope.
I'm talking about shame! I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it! Surely, you know the feeling too?
Meh.
Actually, about that.
Oh yeah, the Spirit Speaker Stone. Should we just tell her?
Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
Alright, see, Lolly, so we kind of broke one of your toys. Listen carefully and try not to get too upset. But... Oh, Aurora's rescue. Okay, I thought we were going to tell her about the Spirit Speaker Stone and how that went bang. Yeah, that was an event.
So, you heard my...
It's okay, Sweet Lolly. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much! It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
So that, happens to you a lot.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just
Not
picking
me.
something generic.
You okay? You look dejected.
Take a walk with me. I have things to share with you.
Is that face again?
Completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
We should follow her just to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. Alright, so that was a bit of a lore drop, I guess. But hey, we got to learn a little bit more about Sea Lolly. And the fact that a bunch of what she can do is kind of unique to her. And that not everyone can imitate what she can do, which is really cool. The stairs. And then over here. Oh, this way? Okay, yeah, this way. Oh, we have to go to the stadium. Nice.
Great view, right? I love coming here by myself.
Wow, it's beautiful!
Thank you for bringing us here.
You're making me want to cry.
Oh no, what do we do? Please don't cry!
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time. Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right, I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long, it might as well be true.
But you're just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eatsley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you.
Oh
What
my.
about you? Are you scared of me?
Not really.
I don't find you scary at all.
Not as scared as I am of the captain.
That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing. I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me. Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said anything.
We believe you. Shilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Auroran didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Yes,
I just
but
needed to make sure that there was nothing
Auroran's
on my
a
face,
special
'cause,
case.
like, on the webcam it seems
Mavuika
like there's
already
like a
told you
little
about her
dot, like, right
plan.
here.
And you've given so much help to Auroran and me.
Never mind.
You deserve to learn the full truth. Auroran's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune. No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls, and in Auroran's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Auroran into a vessel for lost souls. The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Auroran would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Sending a living person into the Night Kingdom, wouldn't that just kill him?
Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Auroran, would be sacrificed in the process. I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. Of course you're going to take it. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed. and Auroron escaped with his life. Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval,
I wanted to put the chocolate
but
where
it's not like I
flask.
did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Auroron would probably be dead. Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool? It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Auroron would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived. And he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. Would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Wait, but it's not his fault.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Auroron has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with ley lines has become. Maybe
Because in
he
Natlan,
chose
the ley
to
lines are
work
much
with the
weaker
Fatui
than anywhere
because
else.
he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan. I can only imagine what they told him.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe
He
that's
did.
what brought Auroron into this. Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back.
Yeah, that should be our next step.
You don't look so good, Sweet Lolly. Maybe you should head back and get some sleep.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. The fresh air is doing me good. Okay. Forget that. I need to go home. I hit it a little too hard.
Don't worry, you don't have to do any of this alone.
You've helped me so much already. How do I even begin to thank you?
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to worry about us.
Good point. Well, I'll go home and get some sleep. We can figure out our next move in the morning.
We can indeed.
Friends. I like the sound of that.
Auroron's probably back with the captain, don't you think?
Yeah, we should tell the Pyro Archon what we learned.
Thinking about the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told us?
She needs to know
Yeah,
regardless.
you're right. We should just go to her directly. But she's probably asleep. We can find her first thing in the morning. For now, let's... go to bed.
Sorry, I just kind of spaced out for a bit. Return to the end to rest. Can we just teleport there? Yes, we can. Alright, that would have saved us a bunch of time. Had I known I could do that. Whatever. It's fine. We know now that we can teleport to the proper level for the inn whenever we want. So yeah. We're good. We're fine. Alright. Let's see what we gotta do.
Why is it so noisy outside? Paimon still hasn't sleep. Well, guess we should see what's going on.
You're already here. I was just about to come get you.
I mean, we did
Wow,
hear
you're
a lot
up
of
early.
noise outside, so...
Impressive. Especially after all the drinking last night.
Okay, that is actually pretty
Let's
impressive.
not bring up last night. I'm embarrassed about the whole thing. Anyway, I was also woken up by the commotion. Looks like all the warriors from the stadium are on the move.
Looks
I
like
heard
it, yeah.
many areas have been attacked by the Abyss, including the Masters of the Nightwind. I need to head back right away.
Sounds
The
good.
Abyss attacked again? Are you sure you can handle it on your own? Do you need our help?
Not for another month.
I'll be fine. We also have the support of the warriors stationed at the various outposts. Given the quick response, things shouldn't get too serious. The stadium could always use more manpower, so you should join the forces here.
What are we gonna do about Auroran?
I'm done making excuses for him. He's not a child anymore. He needs to take responsibility for his actions. I was the one who vouched for him, so I need to report back to the Speaker's chamber. I'll accept however they choose to handle the situation. But I should be able to convince them to let me go back to my tribe first to deal with the attack. As for the ancient name, once we handle this crisis, I'll talk to Shilonen right away. Don't worry, I never forget a promise to a friend.
Alrighty, but be careful.
Thank you. Alright, I need to start heading back.
She left in a hurry. The situation must be really serious. Looks like a lot of people are heading to the stadium. Let's see what's going on.
Alright, so looks like the Abyss is attacking again. We really cannot go any more than 2 seconds without something Abyss related happening. Well. What's the best way to do this? Okay, through here. I'm here. Don't even have to go through the door. We.
Traveler, over here! Oh, perfect. Our star Outlander has appeared.
Star Outlander? Well, that's
you're
quite
here.
flattering.
But, what's with the whole Star Outlander thing?
Just my way of saying how awesome you are. We've got a real emergency on our hands, so this is the perfect time for you to show off your skills.
Yeah, that's actually really sweet.
But can we get a quick rundown of the situation first?
Yeah, that would help.
The Abyss suddenly attacked the Collective of Plenty, the Masters of the Nightwind, the Children of Echoes, and a number of our camps and outposts in the wild.
Wow, all at once?
Yes, and the attacks are increasing in
Dang.
frequency.
The tribes have plenty of defenses, so they're safe for now, but I can't say the same for the adventurers and merchants stuck in the wild. Chaska and I have been searching for survivors and treating the wounded. We just got back, but we need to head out again soon.
I plan on heading back to the Collective of Plenty, just in case my tribe needs me.
What about you, Mualani? Where are you gonna go?
I'll go help the Children of Echoes. They're the closest, so I can start fighting right away. What about you guys? We could go together.
Wonderful offer, but I need to talk to the Pyro Archon
Yeah,
first.
that does sound important. No worries. Just leave the Children of Echoes to us. Who knows? Maybe yours truly will have the Abyss on the run by the time you're finished.
That would be pretty great, actually. I hope my tribe gets through okay.
It'll be fine. Your tribe doesn't do all that bodybuilding for nothing.
Let's part ways here for now. And most importantly, be careful, everyone.
Oh, and some of us need to avoid getting contaminated by dangerous-looking substances. That will make my job a lot easier.
Koichi, do we really have to do this now?
It's alright. She's just looking out for everyone. Alright, let's hurry up and talk to the Pyro Archon so we can help the others.
Yep, let's do it. Let's talk to Mavuika, give her a basic rundown of what's going on, and she's already talking to some people right at this very moment.
Oh, it's you
Pretty
two.
lady.
As you can see, things are not looking good right now. People across Natlin are in danger. Look, I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time. So we'll have to keep our conversation short.
That's alright, we're also in a hurry. We're gonna go help the Children of Echoes after this.
We met the captain.
What? So he thinks my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn.
Can the Gnosis do what he said?
I shouldn't underestimate the Fatui's ability to gather intelligence. The Gnosis does have that function, but there's more to the story. I will answer you honestly, but you must help me keep this a secret. I can use the power of the Gnosis to save Natlan, but it comes at a heavy price. The Gnosis would drain all the souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net, which would surround the ley lines and protect them against abyssal corrosion.
Wait, you can use souls to weave a net? But does that mean...
Yes. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. Souls are just another form of life. The cruelty of this method is self-evident. The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and legends. Using the Gnosis means converting all three into material for the net, erasing our history and culture. Even then, the net can still become corroded. If we cannot find a way to repair the damaged ley lines before that happens, then all those sacrifices are for nothing. Given the enormity of the price, it's a solution I refuse to consider right now. I want us to win, but I also care about how we win, and what that means for us in the end. Now it's true, both plans come at a risk, but after weighing our options, this is our best bet.
I'm surprised the Gnosis has this function.
Natlan is
It's
unique
not been
among
something...
the nations of Tibet.
Yeah, it's not something that's
Given
been
the
done
ever-looming
before.
threat of the Abyss, the Pyro Archons had to account for the worst-case scenario. Having a contingency plan is our duty. Not just to the people of Natlan, but to all who live on this continent. Still, this has always been a well-kept secret. I'm very curious how the captain learned this information.
Oh,
Aurora,
one
maybe?
more thing? The captain said he found another way to solve the problem. Could be equally as extreme, though.
Without the Gnosis, he should have no other option. But I see no reason for him to lie. Seems like our only path forward is to track him down, so he can answer that question for us.
Pretty much, yeah. Pyro Archon just shared an important secret with us, and she seems sincere. Figuring out the captain's supposed new way of saving Natlin is the key.
Judging by your expression, you must have doubted me. Even if just for a second.
Maybe a little.
Not even a little! We would never— Wait, what are you talking about, Traveler?
Just as expected. I appreciate your sincerity. Maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity, but know this. No matter what, our goal remains the same. We both want to save the people of this land. So now that you have your answer, do you still doubt me?
Not at all.
You scared Paimon. You've really got a lot of guts, Traveler.
Yep.
That's a good thing. Oh, and feel free to call me Mavuika. It's what all my friends call me, and I like it that way. As for the captain, the intelligence officers we assigned to the Fatui should be back soon. We'll get our answer then.
That's great! Sounds like we just have to wait a little longer.
Are the current attacks the beginning of the real disaster?
Not just yet. Even though the Abyss is attacking several locations at once, I'm confident the warriors stationed in those areas can handle it. Don't worry. I just need to finish coordinating our available manpower, then I'll take a small team to handle the difficult locations.
Wait, you're going to fight in person? Didn't you give up your power?
That's true. I'm far less powerful than a god in my current state. But don't forget, I was an experienced and powerful warrior before I ever became the Pyro Archon. No matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front lines.
Sure you're not stretching yourself too thin?
Oh, now you doubt my strength. That hurts, Traveler. If we had time to spar, you might think otherwise.
Not really doubt, just concern.
Even if we respond to these threats in time, it's not a permanent solution in the long run. I've considered moving my people to other nations, but given their close connection to the Night Kingdom, a forced evacuation would have devastating consequences. I've told the chiefs of each tribe to strengthen their defenses and advise people against leaving their settlements. Now, I just need to find the right time to disclose the true nature of the crisis to the people of Natlan.
Paimon's a little worried about how people will react.
I think a lot of people will join the fight, if anything.
Yes, but that won't be the only response. In any case, that's for me to worry about. I'll let you know when we have more information on the captain.
Alright, we should head out. Maybe we can join up with Moani. She can't be too far ahead.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go. Stay safe, Mavuika.
No need to worry about me.
Alright, off the Children of Echoes we go. Let's just do this. I can't really English, I'm sorry. Wait, I feel like there was a faster way to get there. Hold on. Isn't there a... Yeah, I could just go to this waypoint and then just go... And just... And then just go west from there. Yeah, see? We're good.
Useless.
Good, we're fine, we're great, we're dandy. Alright, let's see how we can help.
Quick, over here! To safety!
Kachina, how many people do you have left?
What's the situation?
There's a trapped caravan that needs our help. We need to rescue them as soon as possible.
We'll go together.
like, as much as I support the reason behind the strike, the muted voices just kind of breaks immersion. Which kinda stinks. But I can also get it. In terms of the reason behind the strike, what's going on, and... It's fine, I already explained it at the beginning of the episode. We're fine. We're good. Besides, it's been going on for a while, so I'd be surprised if there were still people who didn't know about it. In terms of, like, the specific sphere.
Stay safe. We've got this.
Whoa. Okay, looks like we get to do the things. Nice. Awesome. Love that for us.
Go! Bombs away!
Clear the area!
Letting brave names echo!
Carving wave! Woohoo!
Oh, right, I need to focus up the supply line.
Need a surfboard? Let's ride! Woohoo! Surf's up!
Almost there, almost there. Okay, there. Now, start focusing down this. And away. Bam.
I really thought I was done for. I can't thank you enough.
Don't worry about it. We're just glad you're okay. Let's see. Your goods look fine too. Guess the Abyss isn't after Mora.
That should be the last abyssal pylon near the Children of Echoes. By the way, where's Seat Lolly? I thought she would come with you.
She had other things to take care of.
Also got attacked, so she went back to help her tribe. She said we can deal with the ancient name later.
Yeah, that makes sense. The attacks are more urgent. Alright, this isn't a good place to talk. Let's head back to the tribe.
Sounds like a plan.
Boring!
Looks like a few people were hurt after all. Oh, I should have got here sooner.
Like it.
The Abyss threw a lot at us at once. I rushed out as soon as I heard the alarm, and there were already so many monsters.
Excuse me.
Before long, Kachina brought over a whole group of warriors, and just like that, we destroyed several pylons as a team.
Nice. I wasn't in charge or anything, we just happened to be together. Stop, give yourself more credit. Stop it. Sleeping on the white grass was pretty uncomfortable, but it was worth it. Yeah, sleeping on the ground isn't really that great.
You mean the situation in the Night Kingdom, right? Yeah, I feel the same way. We've managed to keep it a secret all this time, but more and more people are realizing something's wrong. It's impossible not to feel anxious when things are getting worse by the second, and all we can do is wait.
That just means we need to buy the Pyro Archon more time. Keep pushing, everyone. Every battle is worth something.
You really are an eternal optimist,
I appreciate
Mia.
your optimism.
You always find a way to cheer people up.
Thank you. I guess it's one of my better qualities.
I learned a few things you should know.
So, specifics aside, the Pyro Archon confirmed the Gnosis can resolve the crisis, but it comes at a huge price.
Pretty much, yeah.
And somehow the captain finds out about it, goes to fight the Pyro Archon, and calls her out for having a solution but refusing to use it.
Good summary.
Honestly, if he has the same information as us, I can't really blame him.
Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. Because what if we don't find the
Mavuika
last two?
before we left the stadium. According to her, the cost of the captain's plan is too high. And, well, it makes sense. If that was truly the better choice, she would have picked it.
And the fact that
Yeah,
she's still
I
going
trust the
forward
Pyro
with the Six
Archon.
Heroes plan
When I was
means
upset about
that
Kachina's
she really
disappearance,
feels like
she
the
was
most
really
riskiest
sincere
of
and
the other
patient
two
with me.
plans isn't worth it.
Plus, she burned down all those precious mementos for Kachina. She's already proven how much she values even a single person's life. When it comes to Natlan's survival, there's no way she would hold back.
I agree. Maybe the captain weighed the costs and came to his own conclusion, but I'm sure we have different priorities. Life is important, but so are history and memory.
I'm on Mavuika's side too.
As the Archon, she can't tell us everything, but it seemed like she wasn't holding anything back this time.
The next question is, if the captain found a new way to save Natlan, how come the Pyro Archon has never heard of it?
This is all super confusing.
We still don't have enough information. Once we figure out what the Fatui are doing, we'll have our answer.
Let's head back then. Mavuika said her intelligence officers should return soon. With how many Fatui there are, someone's bound to give something away.
Sounds good. I have a few theories of my own. With a bit more information, we just might get to the bottom of the whole thing.
Nice. Alright, so there's a chance we might be listening into some Fatui, or at the very least beating some
I was
up.
just about to ask. Count me in.
That sounds like a plan that exists.
If I was just a bit faster, we could have prevented a few people from getting hurt. People who
yeah,
could
that's
help
gonna be
us in the
worth
next
the-
battle.
Yeah,
It's all a chain reaction.
You should get registered right away. It shouldn't take long. Everyone's looking for people.
Registered? Nah. I'll just follow you around. You know, go where you go, do what you do. You got it. I just don't want to make the trip back. It's so far. Alright. See you all later. Let's get together and celebrate once this is over.
Oh, you betcha!
Alright, back to the speaker's chamber we go. I guess to, like, fill Mavuika in on updates about the Children of Echoes and the Abyssal attack. But yeah, I keep forgetting that the whole thing about the Abyssal pylons is that they'll keep spawning in monsters until they're destroyed. So you have to prioritize destroying the pylons first, and then you can beat everything up and the battle will be done that much sooner.
Mavuika! Oh, Chatsuka and Koichi are here! Wait, are you okay, Koichi?
I'm fine. No need to worry.
They ran into the Fatui while out on a mission and decided to follow them.
The Fatui?
So the Fatui wounded Koichi?
Calm down and let me explain. Here's what happened.
Oh, are we gonna, like, play through the actual story? Okay, that's kinda cool. Alright, let's see what happened with Chaska and her sister. But yeah, if it involved the Fatui, then it's probably not something good. Come on. Let's go. Up there.
Watch out. It's the Fatui.
Were they attacked by the Abyss? No, wait. It looks like they're protecting a group of travelers. Over there. Do you see?
You're right. That's a traveling group from Natlan. Could they be trading for something? Let's keep observing for now.
We're glad you're okay. Given the appearance of abyss monsters all over Natlan, you should cancel your journey and seek shelter at the stadium or one of the tribes.
Thank you so much. I wish there was something we could give you.
We don't expect anything in return. We were out on a mission and saw you being attacked. It was our decision to help. If you truly wish to repay the favor, you can keep this a secret. If anyone asks, just say you were saved by warriors from Natlan.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
But...
We're not asking you to cover up our activities. We haven't done anything illegal. Our captain simply wishes to remain undisturbed. Nonetheless, the decision remains yours. If we wanted to keep you quiet, we would have employed a harsher method.
Got it. We'll get going now.
Did you hear that? They mentioned a captain. Isn't that who the Pyro Archon is looking for?
Exactly. We could be onto something big. Still, there was no trade. They were just helping people in need. I didn't sense an ulterior motive. I didn't believe the captain when he said he wanted to save Natlan. But based on what we just saw, it's possible he was telling the truth.
Maybe we've been wrong about the Fatui this whole time.
It's too early to say. Let's follow them and see what's really going on.
So this is where they were headed. Looks tricky. It's heavily guarded on all sides.
Koichi, wait for me here. I'll go in and check it out.
Oh, no you don't. How are you planning to get through all the guards?
Look, I
Okay,
can use
so
this
there's
terrain to my
one
advantage.
of two things that could happen.
With our tribe's special way
Either
of
it's
getting
going to be a
around.
true stealth mission,
I doubt they'll see me coming.
where I get
We
to
still can't see
temporarily
anything on the
control
inside.
Chaska,
What if you can't find cover? You won't
or it's
have
going to be
anyone
like
to watch
what
your
we
back
did in
if you go in
Sumerin
alone.
with Isak when he was
The
disguised
more
as
heavily
Nahida.
guarded the location, the more
I
valuable
really
the
hope it's
secrets.
the latter of the two,
Even if the
because
captain
I really
isn't
don't
here,
like stealth
we
missions.
can still figure out what the Fatui are
They
planning.
stress me out.
That intel is worth the risk.
Fine. You're not gonna listen to me anyway, so let me come with you.
That's even more risky. You've been running around saving people for days. You're already at your limit. I'm confident I can protect myself. I'm not sure you can say the same. At least right now.
I can.
You really believe that?
Fine, don't believe me. But you can't honestly tell me infiltrating a heavily guarded Fatui hideout all on your own sounds more reasonable. You know, growing up, even if I insisted on doing something, it never gave you any trouble. I'm not sure you can say the same.
All right, all right. If we start arguing, this will never end. We can't let this opportunity go to waste.
Ah, haha. Guess that means I win. Don't worry, you're not the only capable young person from our tribe. I can handle this.
All right, same plan as usual. We split up, communicate with hand signals, make sure our blind spots are covered, and support each other once we strike. Got your ropes?
Yeah, let's go.
The Fatui have eyes all over this place. I should wait for Koichi's signal. Now. Not sure how many chances I'm gonna get. I need to act. Good. I made it without getting caught. I should get to that platform over there. But it's guarded by the Fatui. Koichi should have line of sight. I'll wait for her signal. That's it. Now's my chance.
Well, after the stream, I'll start working on keybinds so I can quickly mute and unmute without having to go like back and forth between Streamlabs and
No use
Genshin.
staying in one place.
It's
I should keep
kind of
moving.
slowing me down.
Looks like Chaska is helping me by keeping an eye on the Fatui movements. I'll wait for her signal. Time to move. Whew. That was close. Almost got caught. Probably can't make it over in one go. I'll wait for my next chance. Now's my chance. I made it! That'll show my sister. Let's see. The Fatui's occupying all the best locations. If we could just get past them somehow. Wait, I've got it!
Huh? What's that noise? Did something explode? Oh, it stinks! What the heck is that? What do you think you're doing? I could ask you the same thing!
Good, they're arguing. Looks like they just needed an excuse. They've probably had enough of this job already.
I wouldn't be
The
surprised.
people on the hill over there left to help their comrades. This is our chance. Come get me, Chaska. I hope she gets this hand signal.
That's Koichi's signal. Smart idea. Alright, time to move. Give me your hand, quick.
Coming!
Looks like they'll be squabbling for a while.
I checked, and this way is completely clear. It should lead us to the deepest part of this place.
Interesting.
Well, I was pretty helpful, right? You know, everyone usually jumps at the chance to work with me. Not my own sister, though. No, she avoids me like her life depends on it.
I was wrong, Koichi. You've done well.
Wait, you're just gonna admit it? Now I look like the mean one.
Let's focus on the task at hand. We're in the heart of enemy territory. The more time we waste, the more dangerous this becomes.
All right. If you're not gonna take the bait, then I'll drop it. Looks like the Fatui are here to dig something up. I'm surprised they mobilized this many people. I doubt it's because they're interested in our culture and history.
It seems like they're looking for a dragon relic called the Source Mechanism. The device is ancient. Barely any information survives to this day. And even people from Natland don't know how to use it. Why would this be the Fatui's target?
Not bad. Looks like it's in good shape. This should be where our Lord's looking for. Took us long enough. Come on, let's get this thing back.
Back? Back where? Should we keep following?
You really want to keep going?
Of course. We make a good team, don't you think? No reason to stop now.
What was that sound?
Uh-oh. We've been spotted. Time to go.
Falling rock incoming! Watch out for your gadget!
What? You'll regret that! After them!
Uh-oh. Okay, so they're planning on using this source mechanism for the plan, I guess? That's what I can gather anyway. From
Once we
the
got them
context
off
we're
our
able to
tail,
get.
we went back to observe some more. They'd collected several identical pieces of something. It looked like they were waiting, though. So we decided to come back.
So, Koichi got injured trying to get them off your tail?
She pushed herself too hard and collapsed on the way back to the stadium.
Well, I didn't cause you any trouble while we were fighting, right? So my perfect record remains.
You've done very well. I could make a comment on knowing your limits, but it's not my place.
I know.
Yeah, not
I'm
really.
already reflecting on my actions.
So, our current intel suggests the Fatui is after the source mechanism. The device is a complete mystery, even to us. What does the captain want with it?
I have no idea. But it's safe to assume the device could serve a similar purpose to the Gnosis. Shilonen, I need you to gather every scholar in Natlan familiar with the secret source.
I'll get right on it.
Thank you both for your hard work. Koichi, it's time for you to get some rest. Oh, and there are gifts from your patients waiting at the speaker's chamber. I prepared a small gift of my own as a token of gratitude. I'll send it to your home along with the others.
My patience. That's so nice of them. Guess that means I'm doing something right.
You don't need to give us anything, Archon. We were just doing our duty for Natlan. I should take Koichi home now.
Well, if Koichi doesn't want her favorite Saurus crackers, then...
I accept. Thank you, Archon.
What am I gonna do with you?
There's some for the rest of you as well. They're one of my favorites too, so don't be shy. I'll start investigating the source mechanism right away. If I learn anything, you'll be the first to know.
Yummy snacks!
And of course, Paimon's on board with food. I'm not really all that surprised. But yeah, I was able to like quickly set up keybinds for my microphone, so we're all good. Yay! I just need to make sure I remember which keybind is for what. But yeah, thankfully it was the latter of the two, and not us controlling us fully controlling Chaska. Because for goodness sakes, I don't need that anxiety in my life. I just don't. But yeah, when I say like the full control ones, it's the stealth missions where you have free like 100% control of the character, and there'll be like little eyes that appear over people's heads, and if you're like in their line of sight, a little meter will start to fill up, and it's just bad times. Pretty much means you have to move in like a specific way with very specific timing, and if you're even off by like a little bit, you could get caught, which is it's a time. It is a time, and there's at least one per region, which is the trend that I've seen. So I am dreading the Natlan stealth mission.
What's next for you two?
I'm taking Koichi home. With our parents there to keep an eye on her, I can make sure she actually rests.
Hey, it's not like I'm some kind of prisoner. I'll be fine in a day or two. There's no need to go all the way home.
That's what you always say. Everything's no big deal until you collapse. What if the Abyss attacks again? You're saying if I let you rest in a hotel, you're not gonna rush out the minute you hear the alarm?
I won't. Triple promise I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. On the off chance something like that were to happen, I might. But I'm a doctor. I have a duty to help people in need, no matter how hard or tiring the work gets.
We need you, so you need to look after yourself too.
I guess you're right. But I don't have to like it.
This reminds Paimon of when we first met! Except you were the one trying to stop Chaska from doing something dangerous.
Yep.
I'd do the same for anyone trying to put their life in danger. As a doctor, I don't want people to get hurt because of a rash decision.
Then try to see things from my perspective. You clearly want to protect your patients. So can't you understand why your own sister would feel the same way about you?
I mean, yeah, if the doctor's in dire straits, then the doctor can't help their patients. So the doctor needs to make sure that they stay safe.
I disagree. I understand the risks and costs of my decisions.
Who wants to be like her? Overconfident, always making excuses when things go wrong.
That's just not true.
You think I don't have proof?
Okay, don't get into another fight. Just pretend Paimon never said anything.
Don't worry, Paimon. You didn't do anything wrong. Arguing is just how we communicate. Neither of us really takes it to heart.
Plus, I guess we are similar in some ways. Maybe I rush into things without thinking, but I learned that from her. We're family. I can't help it if my older sister is a bad influence.
Okay, you don't have to put it that way.
So, you're all good now?
This is probably normal for them.
Neither of us are really the type to back down, so we'll always have our differences. But still, we get along in our own way.
Plus, I know you'll wake up one day and realize I was right all along. I just need to wait.
Be my guest. Come on, let's get you home. See you later, Traveler in Paimon. I'll be back once everything's settled at home.
There's no rush. At least grab a nice meal with your family.
See you later.
Bye, you two.
Bye later.
Take care of yourselves out there.
Like tomorrow evening.
Those two will probably make up for real at some point, right? Well,
Maybe.
we've learned a lot. Let's go over everything that we know so far.
Footsteps. Oh, hello, sea lolly. What's up?
Ahem. Sorry for popping up out of nowhere. Again.
Why do you look so awkward?
Seems to be a theme with
Oh,
you.
is there something you need from us?
Okay, I won't beat around the bush. Oh, and I'm sorry for interrupting your rest. I'll treat you to some charcoal grilled steak to make up for it.
Awesome! Just give us your orders.
Hey, friends don't order each other around. I'm just here to share some news. Remember what we talked about before parting ways?
Oh yeah, you mentioned how Auroron has always wanted to save Natlan, and something about his soul being fragmented. Paimon and the Traveler discussed it after you left, and we think Auroron is probably back with the captain. What do you think?
I agree with your hypothesis. And just now, I confirmed it myself. Auroron came back. He helped the Masters of the Nightwind defend our camp.
What? He came back?
Did he say anything?
I told him to give up whatever he's doing, but he refused. He said they're just one step away from success, so there's no way he can back out now. Apparently, he came back to fulfill his duty to our tribe. When he left, he said it was because he still has a duty to Natlan as a whole.
I'm surprised you let him go at all.
I had to prioritize my tribe. Besides, the situation was intense. I couldn't focus on outside and inside threats at the same time. Plus, he was on guard. He knew I would try to go after him,
that's
so he made sure to keep his distance. I kept an eye out for a good opportunity, but it never came. All these years of calling me Granny, and I couldn't do a single thing for him in the end.
Don't say that! Your tribe all raised him together, right? That couldn't have been easy.
I mean, it takes a village.
You're right. Seeing him come back reminded me of when he was little. Running around the tribe, dropping by random houses right and left. He's not only a child of the Masters of the Nightwind, but a child of Natlan. It's only natural for a child to want to do something for their family. Besides, Auroron is my apprentice. He might have a few tricks up his sleeve, but I guarantee I know every single one.
Wait, what are you saying?
Look.
Whoa.
Remember how I said Auroron's soul is fragmented? This is the talisman I created to keep it stable. And this gem is what makes the talisman work. It just so happens that Auroron is due for a gem replacement. Since I can't get close to him, I put the new gem in a supply bag and asked Aoife to bring it to him. You guys know Aoife, right? No? Well, he's a pretty famous vet around these parts. He's always bringing me all sorts of things, and he happens to be very good friends with Auroron. Aoife doesn't know what's going on, so he agreed, no questions asked. Auroron would find the gem as soon as he opened the bag. He knows how important it is, so I knew he would make the switch. He probably suspected that I tampered with it. But here's the catch. The trick is on the bag. The moment he touched it, a portion of his memories were copied onto the old gem, which he no longer needed.
That's amazing. You can do something like that?
Most people
That's
can't.
kinda genius.
But I can. That trick he used to bring you to the Night Kingdom isn't anything special, by the way. My technique is much more subtle. He won't notice anything.
So in other words, we have a whole backup of Auroron's memories in this gem.
The kid thinks he can take me on? Like I wasn't the one who taught him everything he knows?
That's amazing, Seat Lolly. Let's take a look right away.
Okay, now I can hear March 7th.
Once we get to the bottom of this,
Like,
we
now
can
I
finally
can actually
track him
hear it
down.
now.
I know he thinks of me as his grandma, but do you think he'll get mad at me for this? You can be honest.
Huh, that's a tough question. Paimon doesn't have a grandma, so she's not the best person to ask.
Oh yeah, we still don't know who or what Paimon is backstory-wise. All we really know is that we fished her out of a lake at some point and she became our guide. And emergency food. It's possible, families disagree sometimes, but as his family, you have to do this.
To be honest, I've always doubted my ability to look after him. I didn't stop the ceremony all those years ago, and now I'm useless again. But if I stop here, it will haunt me until I'm 500 years old. Every night I'll wake up in a fit of anger.
And then start freaking out.
I don't scare that easy. Still, if I back away from this and something happens to Auroron, I would never forgive myself. I need to look at his memory. Even if he resents me, refuses to see me, or runs away for good, I don't care, and I won't blame him. A family does whatever it takes to protect their own.
You sure you'll be okay? We can come with you if you want.
Did you just say you'll come with me?
Is that okay? We have a pretty good reason to see it too, don't we? Because, right, we need leads on the Fatui.
Paimon's right. We should be there.
You really mean it? Fine, you can come. Just promise me you'll see this through. No backing out. Got it?
Don't worry, we're professional adventurers.
Then I place my trust in your professionalism. All right, time to sneak into someone else's memory and engage in some, unwanted spying. You heard it here first. I wouldn't be doing this if I had any other choice.
Or would you?
Are you ready?
As a wise man once said, I'm ready.
Look how good you're doing. You'll grow into nice big radishes in the future. And you? Aoife says you're taking up too much space, but I think you're a good tree. What do you think?
Hey! How's it going,
Oh my
Auroron?
goodness, he's talking to the plants.
Good. How are you, Uncle Okanbi?
Ah, can't complain. What you up to? Naming your vegetables again?
That one's Fred.
No, just some idle conversation.
Sounds fascinating. What did they say?
They told me you were coming and that you would take some produce with you.
Ha! Only if you're offering. By the way, I ran into Aoife yesterday. He told me Chaska's fostering a saurian at his place. Said the thing trampled over a part of your radish garden. I hope you two didn't get into a huge fight.
No, don't worry. I'll find a way for him to make it up to me. I've already wrapped your share of the produce. Here you go.
You really knew I was coming. That's pretty amazing.
Light up the smoke and you can see the path through the shadows. That's what everyone says.
Hey, have you seen that strange group of people that just appeared out of nowhere?
Appeared out of nowhere? I don't think so.
It's the Fatui. Their leader seems like a big deal. He didn't bring many men with him, but they're all elite warriors. It seems like they're looking for someone, but I wouldn't go around asking too many questions. If you run into them, be careful.
You're from the Masters of the Nightwind, are you not? Why do you live here alone?
Oh shoot, so the captain sought him
I
out.
enjoy living by myself out in the wild. I guess you're from the Fatui, the one everyone's calling a big deal.
Not an inaccurate description. I'm looking for someone who may be known to you. Citlali is her name.
Granny? What does an Outlander want with her? I've heard the name. You have business with her?
There's no point to further questioning if you insist on hiding things from me. I shall seek answers elsewhere.
Oh, he could tell I was lying and now he's leaving? He gave up just like that? Hey! At least tell me why you're looking for Citlali.
It's none of your concern. I have my own means of tracking her down.
Why are the Fatui looking for her? What does she have to do with them? I can't just let them go like this. I have to figure out what they're planning. They've just been studying the ley
Oh, I
lines
thought
and
we
asking
were
for leads
done
on Granny.
because we're entering a different memory
I can
now.
definitely rule
Okay.
out some sort of
Let's
invasion.
see.
The situation has seen no true improvement. The Pyro Archon did not fulfill her promise.
My lord!
Ignore him. He is no threat.
Oh, so we already knew that Auroran was there.
Doesn't seem to care.
That's concerning.
He's strong, I can tell. But there's something unusual about him and also familiar in some way. I can't describe it.
What is it?
My lord, I feel dizzy.
A ley line disturbance. Certain presences have been forced to wander outside their rightful realm.
That was a spell from the Masters of the Nightwind. How did he know that? Is he sending those escaped souls back into the ley lines?
Okay, slightly more
How
right.
did he do that so easily? Soulfaring is supposed to be extremely difficult. This could be related to why he's searching for Granny.
I feel much better. Thank you, my lord.
Think nothing of it. Stay vigilant, and continue to gather information. The Abyss could attack at any moment. If you notice any irregularities, assume drill formation and be prepared to fight. However, there's no reason to over-engage. Information is our first priority.
Yes, sir.
Why are the Fatui fighting against the Abyss? Do they really mean us no harm? I've been following him this whole time and still they ignore me? Do they really not care? It seems like his subordinates refer to him as the captain. Never heard of him before. And now he's headed to the stadium. That's unusual. What is he gonna do?
You two, with me. Everyone else, wait here as instructed. Send word to the other teams to retreat immediately if this fails.
Yes, sir.
He's going inside? But the Pyro Archon is in there. What does he want with her?
Forgive me, my lord. Allow me to check one more time. Do you truly wish to do this?
The time for idle observation is over. It now falls on me to act. This nation is out of time.
Yes, sir.
He just walked straight into the stadium. What is he gonna do? They're both incredibly strong. How long will they have to fight until someone comes out on top? Wait, this feeling. Just
Ignore
like the other
that.
day near the ley lines.
I was just
Faint,
trying to clean up
like
something on
soul's
my
trying
mouse.
to escape. Where is it coming from? Is that why he's looking for Granny? If he dies here, then all clues will be lost. I can't let that happen.
Okay, so he kind of had his own personal reasons for doing the poof smoke thing that allowed the captain to escape before he officially started working with the Fatui.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
No need to force yourself. I've never seen anyone match the Pyro Archon in battle before.
I didn't expect you to intervene at such a critical moment.
You know I've been following you. Why didn't you stop me?
When walking in the forest, it is only natural to encounter wild beasts. However, not every beast has the courage to come out and bite.
And yet, one of those very beasts saved your life.
Then speak. What do you want?
I didn't save you because I wanted something. My soul is more perceptive than others. I can sense that the ley lines are extremely weak. I don't know what the Pyro Archon is planning. Can she really save us? The questions you asked her just now, well, I've had very similar doubts. So I felt like I had to help you.
So, you can tell the truth. That was quite a reckless decision to make. I'm not sure you realize that.
There's no turning back for me now. What I did back there is going to get me in a lot of trouble. You attacked the Pyro Archon in broad daylight, and I used my spell to save you. A single glance was likely all it took for her to recognize my tribe. So, we're in the same boat.
Seem to care little for my thoughts on the matter.
It's too late for that. Start from the beginning. Why are you looking for Citlali? Do you know her?
Explain your relation to her first. I know you two are acquainted. It was obvious the moment I mentioned her name.
Citlali is my elder and my teacher. She taught me everything I know. It's my duty to protect her.
If you truly wish to protect her, you should have let me perish at the Pyro Archon's hand. Yet, you chose otherwise. Do I really need to tell you what that means?
I want to do something to change Natlan for the better. Something I can accomplish with my own two hands. You're stranger than anyone I've ever met. But maybe, just maybe, you can show me the way.
Strange? Citlali is said to be the legendary Granny Eastly, someone capable of communicating with the Wyab, and the Wyab are the key to information on the Night Kingdom.
Seems like he already knows a lot
Why
about
do you
now.
need knowledge on the Night
Just
Kingdom?
from that.
That is not something you need to know.
And why not?
Don't forget, I saved your life.
Yeah.
Do you not believe the Fatui capable of betraying a debt?
People can lie, but souls cannot. I can tell there's a weight to your soul, a sense of justice.
You may not live among your tribe, but you certainly know their tricks. I apologize for my rash judgment. You are more capable than I imagined. Let's go. We'll see if you have what it takes to join my plan.
Was that the last memory that we have there, or is there more? It's alright. needed to sneeze. But yeah, now we pretty much know everything as to how and why Aurora joined the Fatui. Main thing we don't know is if it's permanent or temporary.
Interesting approach.
Oh no, there's more.
Worth trying, I think.
There's certainly more.
Rather than weaving a net to protect the ley lines, this method would address the root problem by reconstructing the ley lines themselves.
Okay, we have a different loading screen this time with the elements, so maybe now we're exiting. I don't really know. Yep, we're exiting now. Wait.
Woo!
Traveler, Paimon, are you two alright?
Paimon's fine, just, a little dizzy.
I'm fine. Are you okay, Seal Lally?
Of course. I'm so mad at him. After everything, he still can't let go of the past.
I can kind of understand how he feels.
For some reason, he thinks he owes something to the people who cared for him. Stubborn, self-righteous fool. Where's that gonna get him?
Probably
now that he's
in
all
trouble.
grown up, he thinks no one can tell him what to do? He thinks he can just run away whenever he wants. I'll show him. If he tries to run one more time, he's got another thing coming.
Maybe stubbornness runs in the family. Like grandmother, like grandson, as they say.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Huh, that kid's got nothing on me. Anyway, back to what we just saw. I don't even know what to make of it.
I can't really make much of it either. Because
The ley lines? What
we kind of
something like the
know.
loom of fate, maybe?
Yeah, the Loom of Fate. We know that the Loom of Fate thing is able to mess with the ley lines directly, but
The Loom of Fate?
we don't really know if the Fatui has information or even knows that the loom exists.
I know how to explain. Basically,
So,
it's a device from
yeah.
Hermia that has unbelievable power. Anyway, if he really wants to manipulate the ley lines, everyone in Natlan will be affected. Oh, this is big.
He's serious. It lines up with everything he said before.
Which means the captain has been honest from the very beginning. Auroron's memory proves that.
Pretty much, yeah, which is a bit of a first.
Oh, we've got to tell Mavuika about this right away.
No doubt about
Yes.
it.
She needs to know about this. Now.
Okay, let's go. Alright, and with that, that's part 3 done. Which does mean... Yeah, which does mean that we will be doing part 2 later. Oh yeah, we have rewards to claim for this. There we go. Boom. No Sanctifying Essence. Let's actually quickly use that, and then we'll end episode. One thing I really want to do is strengthen Jean. I don't really use her in teams, but I still need to strengthen her as much as I can so I can do her envisaged echoes challenge. And just kind of like give her as much of a boost as I can manage. But yeah, that's English. But yeah, that's the Thor Conquest all done for today. But hold on, I need to mess with stuff. Okay, there we go. just about do it for now. If you guys enjoyed the stream and you are on the YouTube side of things, then please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, stay awesome. And if you're one of the lovely people who decided to take time out of your day, afternoon, or evening to come watch this stream live as it is happening, or you're here for the 2 weeks that it's on Twitch before I transferred over, then please be sure to drop a follow and maybe even a subscription if you haven't done so already. Small little reminder that those with Twitch Prime are able to get a free 1 month's subscription to a streamer of their choosing. So if you haven't used that with someone else, I encourage you to use that here. And as always, long live the rebellion.